Right now, I'm at the headquarters, and I wanted to talk to you real briefly about how a welder can make $1 million selling $100 product. And I want to start it off at $100 because I think that being independent, working on some products, some services, I think that we should start off at $100. I think $100 is a good product. Come up with something for $100. So why $100 is important? So majority of the time, $100 can pay off a bill. A bill can be 60, 75, 78, $98. So having $100 product can allow you to pay off a bill. And if you got rent, as it stacks up a couple $100, as it comes together, you can pay off rent and other things of that nature. So having $100 product can actually put you in a better position. But you got to have something of value. You got to have something that is going to help the person who's receiving this product, and you have to have an audience or someone who's actually need what you have to offer and be able to put it before them. So I think it's important to think that, get that train of thought down to say, hey, what can I come up with to provide a product that's $100? Now, why is it important to just say to make this $1 million? What $100? Now, I'm gonna give you some small numbers. If you sell a product, $100 product, to 10,000 people, that's $1 million. So 10,000 people is a very small number when you're thinking outside of the box. So we're gonna think big now. We're gonna get our hog on. We ain't gonna just think, we ain't gonna be just from a small town and just think small. We're gonna think outside of the town. We're gonna think outside of the city, outside of our home, outside of our area. So that way we can be able to network with like-minded people, because you never know who is on the same page with you, who is looking for what you got to offer. So I think it's important to try to come up with something where you can provide something. Now, you making this money is not only going to help you and your family, especially once you get to the point where you know exactly what you want. A lot of us step into it with different motives. When I was younger, I wanted to look good and I wanted to have other people say, man, he's doing good. And I wanted the house with the picket fence and all this stuff. Now, I don't want all of that. My desires have changed because I've lived some and I know what I value now. And what I value now isn't the same thing that I valued then. And I think that's all a part about growing up and learning life. But we're trying to get stable. We're trying to get established, where we can be able to enjoy life, travel, spend time with our kids and our grandkids, be able to help someone and educate someone and assist someone to actually be able to live better. And to me, that's fulfillment. So making $1 million is only going to help me free up my time to be able to do other things, because we know we're going to have bills. You can make $50,000 a year and you can work so many years and you can make $1 million. Now you can do the math, a quarter million, 4 or 5 years, you know what I'm saying? So you can think how many years you can work, but then you have cost of living, different things that you do, and you have made this money, but what do you have to show for it? I know some people that have made $1 million, but they don't have $1 million. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes I think it's about how you make it, how you come up with your product that you could provide that can help someone. And like I say, it can be anything. But welders, we come up with different things. We come up with different things all the time. So I think that it's very important and wise that we come up with something that we could actually use, that could actually help us. You see what I'm saying? So I think that it's important for us to do that. And I think it's wise. My light went off. Sorry about that. I think it's wise for us to come up with something that we can utilize to actually help us get over the hump. And coming up with that $100 product is going to be a game changer. Now, we're going to move up a little bit before I leave. Now, we're going to step up from having a $100 product and step up a little bit for having a $500 product. Now, if you have a $500 product, all you need is 2,000 people to buy your $5,000 product for you to make $1 million. So now you're getting up on your products. You're having a bigger dream. You're thinking on a broader scale now, and you have something that people say, hey, I will pay $500 for this. This helped me in this situation or whatnot. So the goal is to come up with a product over talent, products over talent to come up with something that could actually give you financial freedom. Because honestly, I'm working on things with my welding skids, with shooting targets, with curved signs, with staircases, with container conversions, like whatever I can do to help build my financial freedom, to get my independence. I'm working on it because I know it's going to take time. It's not like that check that you get when you working that job and you doing it good and you punching your clock 40 hours, 50 hours, 60 hours a week. When you're being independent, we're not going to get that check like that. Sometimes you might miss a week or two. Sometimes it might get real tight where you like, man, how am I making this? Something happen. You pay the bill, you keep on going because we got to build the business and take care of personal expenses. And getting started, sometimes we don't have the credit, and those who do utilize it, protect it, and use it for what it's for. No lie, like utilize it because it can get you into places that you normally can't get into. So I know the importance of it now. So I had been building on mine to get mine up, but for just to be realistic, it took me some time to really see it. You see what I'm saying? So all I want to say is work on products, work on products, work on products over talent, get the skill, build some businesses, turn that trade into a business, turn that skill into a product, that idea, what you've been visualizing, you've been working on, turn it into something. And I'm not BSing you. This is possible. This can happen. We can make this happen. I'm sharing this with you because this is a goal that I'm working on, and I'm knowing that it takes time to make money and it takes money to make money. So when you're building these products, it's taking money to build the products. So it's a process. But the goal is you got to have a focus. You got to have somewhere you're going. You got to know where you've been to know where you're going to. So think about that. History repeats itself. We can learn a lot from that. So let's look back on things. Let's come up with something that's inside of you, and let's come up with this $100 product because this $100 product can change the game for us.